Hello, welcome back to our channel with a new content. Today, we're going to learn about the cash flow analysis on the money from the business to the household.
Today, we'll be learning about the cash flow statement, how the money will make the movement in between the firm and the household. Okay, so we'll be understanding the basic criteria of the money movement in between the individuals and in between the firms. Let's say, how does that happen? So, we'll be just having the brief explanation in the form of pictorial graph for the easy understanding. All right, so as of now, we'll be just making the differentiations like this. Let's understand this is the households factor, and here it goes the firm. Okay, so how the money will be making the movement in between the household and the firm, but we'll be making sure that the money does have the different names when it makes the passage or when it makes the movement. So before we start, the household does have the movement or does have the direct relation with the firm, and the same as the firm to household. That means the firm has a direct relation with the household and the household has the direct relation with the firm. So here we have to make sure the money is the common factor which is actually making us all play. So how is that? We'll be learning. So here, what is the household? Household is something where customers or consumers will be involved here. Whereas when we speak the firm is something where the business or the suppliers will be involved here, right? So when we actually speak the business or the suppliers, what do we really understand? We actually can anticipate two factors which shall be originating from here. From here, we can make the demand factor, and from here, we can see the supply factor, right? So when demand is there, the supply has the value, and when supply is there, the demand shall be met. So both shall be having the equilibrium of value in order to make sure that both are getting equally satisfied. So when in the initial phase I have said that money shall be playing the vital role in order to just make the cash flow between the household and the firm. So how is that possible? Let's say, see, when we have spoke that the type of the people who are residing in the household is the customer. So how the customer will be having the demand? Let's say the customer needs rice. Okay, the customer needs rice. This is the requirement of the customer. So when the business is able to produce the rice, the business will be possible. That means the deal shall be possible between the customer and the business. So what is the important criteria here? It is a rice. So correct. So who is demanding here? Household. And who is actually ready to produce that? It is business and the firm. All right. So in exchange of what this rice shall be supplied? In the exchange of money. So the money which is earned by the profit, sorry, the when the money is earned by the firm, what it is called as? It is called as profit. Correct. And when the money is earned by the household, what it is called as? Income or salary. Why am I saying this income or salary? Because the employees, the customer can be even an employee, because most of the majority of the people will be residing in the household or employees who are dependent upon the job or who are dependent upon the employment which is generated by this business. And the most of the people who shall be residing in this segment are the suppliers or the manufacturers or the producers or the businessmen. So what in return if they are making, the business will be receiving? It's called as profit. So let's understand now. So let's say when employee is working for this business, right? When employee is working for this business, what business will be receiving? Profit. And when in return, what business or the firm is paying back to the household? It is paying back the salary. And who is getting that salary? This employee is getting the salary. Correct. with the salary what this employee is getting, he's actually producing the amount, or he's actually getting the purchasing power in order to just have the purchasing ability upheld. Correct? So let me make you understand once again. When the firm or the business is paying the salary for the employee who is working for the supplier or who is working for the business is getting the salary. So with that salary, the purchasing power is increasing for that particular person. So when that increase supplying or the purchasing power of that particular person is increasing, let's say he is having the ability to purchase 100 kg of rice at 10 rupees per kg. 10 rupees per kg. So what is the overall cost? It is 1000 rupees, isn't it? So let's say the customer is having the 1000 rupees of purchasing power. That means he cannot able to spend more than 1000 rupees, or 1000 rupees is just like a budget, right? So in that factor, what business has to make, the business has to make sure that they are supplying the enough quantity and the quality in between the purchasing power of that particular customers, so that by seeing the profit, so that the deals will be possible. So this is how the cash flow will be happening in between the household and the firm. If there is no firm, then obviously no employment will be generated, no household can actually sustain. And with the same concern, when there is no household at all, when there are no customers or employees, then who are going to work for the firm? So obviously purchasing and demanding shall not be possible, so there is no point the firm shall be establishing the business. So this is how the cash flow will be happening in from firm and the household from the firm. But money is the same common factor which we actually see here, but the movement from the household to the firm and the firm to the household will actually make it. Again, I'm asking, when we actually receive the income from the firm, what it is called as the salary or income. But the same thing which has been earned in the either of the side, that means when the business is earning the income, what it is called as, it is called as profit. So when firm is incurring some of the expenses, what can be, it is even called as loss or kind of an expenses, and the same applies for this household as well. If they are incurring the expenses, that shall be only called as expense, or that is to be called as the purchasing power reduction. What it is? Purchasing power reduction. So this is what we actually understand with the cash flow of money between the firm and the household. Okay, so what is purchasing power? What is purchasing power? Purchasing power is the ability to spend. It is the ability to spend.